Yo, what's good with it? It's your boy Sam Noble. All praise to the Most High Yahuwah Elohim by way of His only begotten Son, Yahshua HaMashiach. I haven't really made a video in a while, but I'm back with a Christmas challenge. You know, it's the best time of the year, right? The most wonderful time of the year. Jesus is the reason for the season, right? Not really. Jesus is not the reason for this season. But that's what I'm here with, you know. I ain't trying to clickbait you, maybe a little bit, but it's my Christmas challenge. Number one, it's two of them. So first, I just want for you to test everything. You know what I'm saying? Just test everything. Let's not be followers. You know what I mean? A lot of times we do things just because everybody else do it. Let's keep it real. We do things because people passed it down to us. We do things because, you know, our family gave it to us. Sometimes we don't even know why we're doing what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we think we know why we're doing what we're doing, but we ain't never really tested that. You know what I'm saying? And so somebody could have lied to us, you know, about the origins of things and what's what. You know, so that's my first challenge. Is I just want for people to test everything. You know, let's not be followers and just accept whatever the world gives us. And you know, just because things look nice, things look like fun, things are, you know, anything that, you know, looks good doesn't necessarily mean it's good. You know what I mean? If Satan wants to give you something, he gonna wrap it up in a nice, pretty bow. You know what I'm saying? And so we, especially if you consider yourself a believer, we have to be, you know, making sure that we're on our toes with everything and do like the scriptures say. The scriptures say that we don't lean to our own understanding, right? But we acknowledge God in all of our ways, and then we let Him direct our path. So, you know, when it comes to these holidays and a lot of other things, a lot of us ain't really, you know, acknowledged God and allowed Him to direct our path with what we should or shouldn't be involving ourselves with. We just kind of went with it because it's the normal thing to do, you know. But this world that's normal, obviously you should know by now, like, you know, these things is not, this world ain't normal. So whatever's normal, you might want to question that. You know what I'm saying? So that's my first challenge. You know what I'm saying? It's just to test things, test everything. Test this holiday. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure by now you probably done got all your little stuff together and you're doing what you're doing, and that's cool. You know, but let's at least inform ourselves and know what it is that, you know, we getting involved in. Now you could say I don't really care, and that's fine. You know what I mean? And so, you know, you have to understand that you know, just because you don't care doesn't mean that God doesn't, and just because you don't care don't mean that the enemy don't, and that he don't have a plan for, you know, for certain things, and that there's not spiritual activity going on around you just because you decide, you know, things don't matter to you. You know, that's number one. So you may say, you know, well, I do care, and this is the way I was taught, and this, that, and the other, you know, but you know, the scriptures tell us to test every spirit to make sure that they are of God. You know, and so those are things that we have to do. We got to put God first before ourselves, before our children, you know what I'm saying? For a lot of those things. And I'm not condemning anybody, and I'm not pushing anybody or any of that. You know, first of all, there's progression when it comes to God, you know what I mean? And the things that He wants for us to do and the revelation that He gives us, you know, as you begin to grow in Him. If you're somebody who really want to serve God and, you know, do what's pleasing to Him, he'll start to reveal things to you and show it to you, you know, because a lot of times we're not able to receive anyway, you know. So if you're not able to receive what you know, what I'm saying in this video, then you're not going to receive it either way. So, but if you want to, you know, grow, you know what I mean, if your heart is in that place where, you know, God is all that matters to you, truth is all that matters to you, you know what I mean, then that's just a challenge for you, you know, something for you to look into, you know, just to get an understanding. My second challenge is that if you are that individual, and go over to Image and Likeness of Yahshua Ministry YouTube page. That's Image and Likeness of Yahshua Ministry YouTube page. And I have part 1 and a part 2 about the truth about Christmas. And these videos I kind of owe. I ain't gonna lie. I did it like some years ago. You know what I'm saying? These might even be like some of the first videos I ever made. But so it might need to be updated. I may even update them, you know, now that I'm thinking about it. But, you know, the information is 100. The information is credible. You know what I'm saying? But as far as the visual and, you know, the camera and all of those different things, I may update it. You know, I don't know. I'll look at it myself. But the information is credible. In part 1, I go into it and I give you pretty much the history. If you're the type of person, maybe you don't like to read, maybe you don't, want to look into things for yourself, time consuming. I've done the work for you, you know. I go into the history of it in part 1, you know, breaking down all of the winter solstice and, you know, the different sun gods and paganism, you know, different gods that was born on December 25th. And Saturnalia, and, you know, a lot of the different practices and the customs of the people had. You know, I go into how the church tried to basically adopt a lot of those customs and intermingle them in with Christianity, you know, and how they connected it with Jesus and all of that stuff. In part 2, I go into the scriptures and I show you, you know, from the Bible why, you know, celebrating these days and, you know, these deceptive days like Christmas and Easter and different stuff like that is against what the Lord would want for us to do, you know, and it's not something that pleases him, and it's not in his will, you know, for us to be doing that. This is something that the world was created. The Lord, you know, Christ never commanded us to do that, to even, you know, celebrate his birth. He did tell us to keep the Passover, which is in remembrance of his death, though, which a lot of people, you know, they don't keep that. But anyway, those my challenges. That's my Christmas challenge. Go and check out Image and Likeness of Yahshua Ministry, the YouTube page, and look at those videos. I ain't gonna lie to you, like, they can be extensive because, you know, it's history. So I may remake them and condense a lot of that information. You know what I'm saying? So that people can get it, you know, in a more snack size type of way. But if you're really curious, like maybe you don't even care about, you know, following it or believe or anything. Maybe you know somebody who don't celebrate Christmas or something you just never really understood. You just check it out. You know what I'm saying? And get a little bit of understanding on where people are coming from, where believers are coming from. You know, if you are a Christian and you don't understand it, you know, just check it out unbiasedly. You know, I know that, you know, Christmas ain't necessarily the thing that you want to be letting go. You understand? And you know, we haven't, as a family, we haven't celebrated Christmas probably in about 13 or 14 years. And so, you know, I understand that. And you know, I'll be addressing a lot of those things too. You know, a lot of things with coming out of the world, you know, some things that as believers, you know, other people can't relate to. But you know, even if you just want to know what it's about and get a broader understanding on different perspectives, you know what I'm saying? You may have yours, you may keep yours, whatever, you know. But number one, I just challenge you to test everything. You know what I'm saying? Anything that the world, especially if the entire world is doing something and we knowing what the scriptures say, you know. If you don't know what the scriptures say, then you need to get into the scriptures, man. You know, if you should tune into the series that we had, coming to the end of yourself. You know, check out some of the videos on my Sam Noble on Facebook and YouTube. You know, and you can understand, you know, being set apart and what God is really calling us to be. So anytime you see the whole world doing something, you might wanna say, what's up with that? You might want to question those things. So those are my challenges. Test everything. And I challenge you to go over to Image and Likeness of Yahshua YouTube page. Check out the Truth About Christmas, Part 1, Part 2. While you over there, go ahead and subscribe, It's your boy Sam Noble. I will be back at you. You know what I'm saying? God willing. He gave me something else to do, to say. Different, different tasks, different missions. And so, until then, I pray that the Lord be with you, guide you, and lead you, So all praise to the Most High, Yahuwah Elohim, by way of His only begotten Son, Yahshua, the Mashiach, who the world knows as Jesus Christ. Peace.